my channel. This is Shalina with Shalina Speaks, and today we have a lot to talk about because there's just some things about the whole Ray J and Diddy sons that just doesn't sit right with me. I know that you guys want to go ahead and get into the deets, but before we get into the deets, let's go ahead and do a mental health check. How's your mind? How's your body? How's your spirit? How are you guys doing today out there? It's getting a little bit chilly. How are you guys doing other than the weather out there? As in every episode or video that I post, I provide mental health resources, whether they're free or paid. And again, I don't get any type of payment for it. It's just to simply help you guys, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into the deets. Let's get into the altercation between Ray J and Diddy's sons. Trust me, you don't want to miss the details because there's so much going on that people aren't talking about. But let's just get into the deets. So what had happened was on Halloween, they were at a Los Angeles party, and everyone knows how those Hollywood parties can be, right? It's more than just costumes. It's a chance for celebrities to really unwind and have fun and cut loose and do what they do and try to have some sense of normality. And so Ray J and Diddy's sons were all at this Halloween party, and Chris Brown just happened to be there, right? And according to sources, the drama kicked off after Ray J allegedly made comments about Diddy's legal troubles. As you might have known, Diddy is facing some serious legal charges, including ex trafficking and racketeering, and he's been, arrested and behind bars waiting trial. So, Ray J's remarks clearly didn't sit well with Diddy's sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin. Now, this isn't the first confrontation between Ray J and Diddy's family. Ray J later on admitted that it got loud and aggressive. And he said it's actually the third time that things has escalated between him and Diddy's sons. So when when they say it's the third time, well, what were the first two times about? Was Ray J in fact talking about Diddy, and that's why Diddy's sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin, got upset? Because I know the last remarks were about Diddy, and that's what this fight or altercation ended up starting about. Like, it was about the comments that Ray J had said about Diddy and Diddy's whole incident with him going to jail and stuff like that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coming down with the cold, so please forgive me. Um, so no one's talking about that they've been fighting. This is the third time. Things may have gotten more intense if Chris Brown hadn't stepped in to diffuse the situation. Now, just think about that. Chris Brown had to step in and diffuse the situation. And Chris Brown is a big guy. So, like, when you think about diffusing the situation, like, for him to get up and put himself, in harm's way to diffuse this altercation, it kind of makes you wonder, like, how serious was it? You know what I mean? Like, did Chris Brown see that this was going to be a very, very serious altercation and it was going to get worse? Or did Chris Brown, because Chris Brown is really good friends with a lot of people within the industry, and people are saying that he's really cool with Diddy. And so if he's really cool with Diddy, perhaps he's heard about these other two altercations that may have happened. So when you think about it, it kind of makes you wonder, what does Ray J know? What does Ray J know? Because when you think about the things that Ray J has said, what does Ray J know? And the fact that Diddy's sons haven't publicly commented about the incident speaks volumes. While they're used to living in the spotlight, this chop of drama must be challenging for them. They're not used to their dad being in the news. They're not used to their dad being accused of things. They're not used to them being accused of things, because I've even heard accusations of family members and stuff like that, just totally dragging the family name, for lack of a better term, through the mud. So, and I don't know how much of any of these things are true or not true. However, there are being some crazy things being said about the family, from what I've understand and what I've seen on Twitter. So later on, people caught up with Ray J, and Ray J acknowledged that the incident was kind of crazy, and he regrets letting things get out of hand. But he also felt like he couldn't back down. In his words, he got loud and aggressive because he felt like he was reaching a breaking point. You know how people go back and forth and it's just not working. You know what I mean? And so like one person ends up getting loud and aggressive to try to trump out the other person. So he said it was kind of like that, but he regrets what happened. You know? He regrets what happened. So at the end of the day, celebrity or not, this type of drama reminds us that we're all just human, dealing with family tensions and personal challenges. And for Diddy's sons, they must have felt like just the extra layer of stuff. They were trying to unwind, they were having a good time at this party, and then maybe they saw someone who have said some things, and you know how it is when you see someone who says some things, tension rises. But what I really want to get into and what I wanted to bring to the light is that Ray J stated that they had gotten to it two times before. At least that's what I read on the root dot the root.com, the root.com, Twitter, sources. Sources are saying, allegedly, that they had gotten to it um, two times prior, before this third time, that there was some type of words being exchanged and things of that nature. And like I said, this is all alleged, and it's coming from the root.com and X. So if you guys want to go out there and do your research and find that information, that I would encourage you to go ahead and do that. But what I want to get into is think about the mental challenges that Diddy's family may be facing with everything that Diddy is facing. Like, just think about the mental health challenges that these kids. Can you imagine your dad being accused of all these crazy things, or heck, even one of your family members being accused of all these crazy things? How would you feel? How would you react if you saw someone who spoke illy about your family, and you can't decipher whether or not this stuff is true? Mentally, that takes a person to a different place. Or maybe mentally they know it in their heart that it's not true, or they feel it in their heart that it's not true. So the reactions and the tensions would definitely um, be different, and it will put a person under a lot of pressure. So I can imagine how this stuff could happen. So what do you guys think? Was Ray J out of line, or was he justified in standing his ground? And what do you think about Diddy's sons? How would you have handled the situation with so much family drama going on in the public eye? How do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to stay in the loop on the latest pop culture, hip hop culture, and lifestyle things in this life. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay drama free. Peace.